At the beginning of this video, I'd like you to like this video for range, subscribe to this channel and support my channel through PayPal. Link is in the description and in the pinned comment down below. Thank you. So exactly, we do have free will and we can do a lot of things considering actually our existence here in this plane, and actually we can evolve when we are above all of this bullshit that is spread around us, to create the reality through our hands and through our minds by programming ourselves with programs that are actually not as amazing as a lot of people might think. It includes numerology, astrology, and other stuff that actually is projecting something due to the scenario of life that is being put on us to make us create the reality that they want, so that they can experiment with ourselves, so that they can actually go on and actually make us their slaves. So what is exactly a scenario of life? It is due to a lot of factors, mostly because they wanted us to believe in reincarnation, so that we have to go through a lot of shit and bullshit through different incarnations, that we actually have chosen this by some certain way. And a lot of people are enslaved just by the fact that they have been told that they have to go back to Earth and work on something, and that they can finally get out of this and be ascended masters or whatever. But actually, ascended masters are those who are above of this system, and they can see it in a broad perspective, all of the stuff, all of the bullshit that is here, so that they can help people and teach people how to get out of it. It is not as easy as it can be, because actually most people here on planet Earth are in low vibration. So reincarnation is mostly a program that is actually put on us to make us believe, but it's been extra incarnational, because they want us to believe that we are bad and they are good, but actually they play out the good and the bad, so that one party actually controls other parties, and that they can manipulate them through all of the stuff that they control. So actually they control also numerology. And you know, when you realize what numerology is, it's another program that actually has been put on us to actually make this scenario of life work. And this is based that the certain vibration is actually due to the fact that we have this vibration, that you have to go through this. But when you realize actually, like, no, I don't have to, I just have my free will and I can do what I want, and I can ask nobody what I have to do. When you just get into the state of mind, it's a different state of mind, you raise your vibration, so you're above of it. The same as with astrology. All of these planets, all of these galaxies, all of these stars, that they actually have an impact on our lives, it just doesn't matter that much when we are in high vibration, because in a high vibrational state, actually we can create stars, we can create galaxies, we can create laws, physics laws, we can change the game just by creating our realities with our thoughts. And because of that, a lot of people get confused of, what is it? How does this universe look like? Well, actually, Earth has been enslaved some thousands of years ago, and it's just that difficult to realize how does it work. First of all, you need to create a certain environment, and you can do it in multiple ways. And there is a civilization that people don't know about that is responsible for creating this matrix. And this matrix actually is an illusion. It's just being put that there's the game of good and bad, but actually good and bad are on the one side, and they don't know that they're controlled, or they know they're controlled, but they do not know who is above them. And this is that civilization that has, most of all, something about 15 to 17 planets, as I know, as I have had my insights. And they wanted to create an empire through space and time, and they had to create an illusion. An illusion of 4D, 3D, 2D, 1D, and 0D. 0D is actually the abyss. 1D is hell. And the 2D is astral plane. What is actually 3D? It's just this planet that they know, but actually all of these states of minds are they're dimensions. But there are different timelines that you can operate on and you can jump on through different states of mind. And actually, most people are now in 4D, but they do ascend to 5D. And in 5D, they do not have control, but I think that they are in 5D mostly due to energy consumption that they do through different beings in the universe. And they wanted to create it as a centralized system in which they can control it through simulation. So they needed to create a negative universe, actually, which is a virtual universe that a lot of beings operate on. And there are some organic planets that have been enslaved into this system, such as Earth, and there are some inorganic planets that have been created through virtual reality, through technology, which is mostly called artificial intelligence, that they had to put algorithms and programs that they can actually be putting this. And what happened on Earth is that the true system, solar system of Earth, is different than what we see. Of course, there are these planets there, but I think that they might be from different galaxies, or from different solar systems, or from different universes. And they created this by binding these planets through so-called gravity. But the gravity actually is something different. The gravity is actually about placement in space-time. And how do they operate is just because we create it. And they wanted us to believe the gravity is just being put, that we are being drawn to a certain center of gravity, which is here in the middle of Earth. But the point of it is, Earth is hollow inside in some dimension. So when you raise your vibrational state, you can even go up to 12D, but still be here on planet Earth. You can see through different dimensions and densities with your third eye, with your heart, with you as a soul, as a spirit. And you can see these energies flowing and these beings flowing, and sometimes there are lots of them around. So what they wanted to do is that they used this technology to lower the consciousness, the main consciousness of Earth, to detach it from its higher self. Because Earth is also an organic planet, a very intelligent being that has its own higher self as well. So on the timeline that is in the next couple of years, there is an event for Earth to actually make this Earth reconnected with higher self and higher dimension, higher density, because in reality there is 4th density, 5th density, 6th density, and 7th density. And it is because of some certain laws of this universe, because we can create universes as well, with our own thoughts and with our own minds. And because of that actually, what they've done is that they've connected multiple enslaved planets and multiple enslaved stars into these so-called galaxies. But galaxies are also different, because the closer you are to the center of the galaxy, what happens is actually you are in a higher density. It works like that, because there is a more condensed energy than you can see. So actually Earth is moving towards the center of the galaxy, as it was on the periphery of the galaxy, but it was put in this virtual reality that actually we have to get out of by raising our vibration and raising our consciousness to the higher levels of consciousness. And because of that, there's a huge spiritual warfare now happening. There is a war on timelines, and the spiritual warfare between these positive civilizations that understand that love is a very high vibration and they are not detached from the source. And there are these beings who don't want to reconnect with the source, but they will have to reconnect eventually as their empire crumbles. So they have to readapt their realities, and they have to let go of something that is not theirs. And because of that, I'm going to tell you something. When we get out of this matrix, when this planet gets out of this matrix, we will probably see a different reality. We'll start to see energies, we will reconnect with our higher self totally, but it will be very soft. It will be an event, it will be out of the blue. However, what you have to understand is that we create the reality. So there is a certain frame that we have to actually understand, and because of that, we have to understand this universe, this galaxy. How does it really work? More on that, about to say, is that this sun is real, but I'm not sure if this is our sun. Probably our main sun is different, and is placed in a different place. So the planets are actually very close to us. They're not that far away from us. They wanted us to believe that it is far away because of the technology that is being used, that is the hologram. There's a condensed hologram, condensed frequency around the planet that people were recreating, and also animals and plants, by believing in these cycles of numerology, astrology, etc. However, it is not our purpose to realize these scenarios, because these scenarios crumble at the moment, and the whole system on planet Earth is just crumbling due to a lot of factors. However, it's also been reinforced because they have actually been genetically modifying our DNA for thousands of years, and because of that, mostly we have had lowered perception, and lots of us actually have not used a lot of our brain potential. However, you can reach the brain potential by understanding and by programming, or actually training your mind and training your brain to be using more of what you know. And I'm telling you this from the higher self. So be mindful. That's the main thing that I can tell you about understanding how this universe works. And see you next time.